This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for April 15, 2023, man fatally shot by police in Jones Avenue in Spanish Town. A man was shot and killed in an alleged police shootout in Jones Avenue, Spanish Town, St. Catherine yesterday. The police say a team went to the community to carry out an intelligence-driven operation in search of guns and criminals. According to the police, while in the area, the cops came under attack and the fire was returned. After the shooting subsided, the man was found suffering from gunshot wounds. The police say a gun was seized. The injured man was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. 5 St. Catherine men listed as wanted. The St. Catherine North Police have listed 5 men as wanted for several crimes committed across the division. Being sought are D. Norman, otherwise called Max, of Berwick District in Bogwalk and Above Rocks District, both in St. Catherine. Norman is wanted for murder. Horace Duhaney of Pusey District in Point Hill, St. Catherine. Duhaney is wanted for rape and a grievous sexual assault. Junior Brown of Springvale District in Bogwalk, St. Catherine, and Greendale, Manchester. He is wanted for murder. Brian King, otherwise called Marlon King, of Fletcher Land in Kitsentown, St. Catherine. King is wanted for shooting with intent. Oswald Kelly of Cedar Place, Spanish Town in St. Catherine. Kelly is wanted for possession of forged documents and unlawful possession of property. The men are being asked by the police to turn themselves in. Persons are also being reminded that it is a crime to harbor a fugitive. Sections of Manchester under curfew. The police have imposed a curfew in sections of Manchester. The security measure covers the communities of Old England, Midday, Richmond, Georges Valley, and New Hall. The police say the curfew, which runs from 6 p.m. on Friday, April 14 until 6 p.m. Sunday, April 16, is in response to the recent spate of violent crimes, which is being driven by interpersonal disputes between rival gangsters. The boundaries of the curfew are north along an imaginary line about 2,533 meters from a roadway at Sweden Street in Georges Valley at the western boundary to a roadway at New Hall Community at the eastern boundary. East along an imaginary line about 5,370 meters from a roadway at New Hall Community to a road of Old England Main Road at the southern boundary. South along an imaginary line about 2,379 meters from a roadway of Old England Main Road to a roadway in the vicinity of the Old England All-Age School at the western boundary. West along an imaginary line about 4,540 meters from a roadway in the vicinity of the Old England All-Age School to the northern boundary. During the curfew, all persons are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized in writing by the ground commander. Government concerned about increasing crime in Manchester. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his administration has taken notice of the rise in criminal activities in Manchester and the recent armed attacks on the armored courier vehicles. Speaking at a ceremony in Manchester yesterday, Prime Minister Holness said the police high command is determined to track down migrant criminals streaming into the parish. He also commented on the massive manhunt to capture the men behind a series of robberies of beryllium security armored vehicles. Mr. Holness promised that those involved in the beryllium heist will be caught. 8 suspects, including a beryllium employee, are in custody in connection with the robberies. They are scheduled to face a series of identification parades.
The police have been working over time here to try and bring the problem under control. I've had very long conversations with the Commissioner of Police about this challenge here, and I've been assured that resources have been mobilized to treat with the problem. I take heart, however, in the fact that the brazen crimes that have been committed targeting our security industry, the armored vehicle cash delivery segment of the industry, that those brazen crimes have not gone unsolved. Just today, it was announced that another suspect has been held, and the police have dramatically improved their investigative and intelligence gathering capabilities. So I will say to those criminals who feel that they are going to benefit from the robbery, that that is not going to be the case. It will become your worst nightmare. The police have been very strategic. They don't always say what they're doing, but I know what they're doing. And they're going to find you one by one, and you will be brought before the justice system of the country. So, you know, as I always say, they're going to get rid of.
Gun found hidden in old refrigerator in St. James. St. James police seized a 9mm pistol in Bogue Hill in the parish on Thursday afternoon. Reports are that about 3 p.m., police carried out an operation in the Bogue Hill community. During a search of an open lot, the gun was found hidden in an old refrigerator. So far, no one has been arrested in connection with the seizure. The number of illegal guns seized by the St. James police since the start of the year is now well over the 100 mark. Finance Minister holds talks with Umbrella Trade Union Group. In a bid to stave off protest action by public sector workers, the Ministry of Finance held high-level talks with members of the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions on Thursday to discuss the growing list of anomalies emerging from the restructured salary package to government employees. The JCTU has accused the Finance Ministry of breaching the heads of agreement under the compensation review after workers complained about a dip in their take-home pay. President of the Confederation, Helen Davis White, says the trade union leaders outlined to the technocrats in the ministry the discrepancies that are of major concern to the public sector workers. She insists that there are clear breaches of the heads of agreement, adding that the trade unions have been restraining their members from taking protest action.
The meeting went fairly well. Both sides sought to clarify each other's positions, and we have agreed that we will meet back, if my memory serves me right, on the 26th of April to continue the discussions. We hope that at that meeting we'll be able to, go further in terms of trying to come to some resolution. And so our members, that information is being conveyed to our members in an effort to ensure that calm remains in the public sector until that meeting on the 26th. The fact that the government had sent out various circulars which contained items that were not discussed or agreed with the Confederation of Trade Unions, issues such as the withdrawal of increments and non-payment of duty allowance and some others. But also in the meeting yesterday, we sought to establish a timeline for us to continue discussion on those items that were identified in the heads of agreement that had been signed with the unions, whereby we had indicated that we would continue discussions on particular items.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.